nothing better than watching you smile. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ain't nothing better than watching you laugh out loud.
One day I had this pain. It was just an unbelievable pain in my stomach. I ended up going to the emergency room, said it was a distended bladder, and that I needed to see a urologist. Hadn't peed for 2 days, and my niece, who's a renal nurse, said, "Uncle Biff, get to the hospital right away." I got to the hospital early morning, about 7 o'clock, emergency room. They had me in surgery in about 2 hours. What I know now to be the prostate cancer had gotten into the lymphatic system. I was in the hospital for a week. Actually, I had to go through dialysis for the first time in my life. I had 3 sessions. Meanwhile, my PSA at that point in time had gone up to about 117. I'm thinking, boy, this thing's really moving fast. Cancer was the culprit, but the kidneys were the one that were taking the hit. And the kidneys kept shutting down, and because of that, I was getting really, really bad off. November 30th, I remember clear as daylight. During that time, I had gotten another PSA reading, and it had gone up to 200 and something. So a few miracles took place. We raised the money, went down there, did a PSA, and it was 422. I was there about 5 days, and my kidneys shut down again. And little did I know, I was diagnosed with a kidney operating at a 4% ratio, 4% usage. That's the GFR ratio. And that didn't mean much to me because I was near comatose. And I spent the month of December from that point on in the hospital. Went through dialysis. It was a repeat of a lot of the same things. The doctors almost killed me because they were trying to thin my blood at the same time they put it in the frosting tubes right into the kidneys because nothing down below seemed to work. So they were actually, because the kidneys had almost quit. So that's why the dialysis. Dr. Tony kind of surprised me because this was, I got there March 7th this year. And he said, we've got a new protocol called the VX protocol. And you won't have to get your arm stuck. What do you think? And I said, let's go for it. It sounds good to me. During the month of January, February, we had this thing called the fun number, UN, that would not come down. We tried diet. We tried drinking water. We tried all kinds of stuff. And I had the shot on Friday morning. Monday, I was leaving Tuesday. Monday, they did blood work, met with Dr. Tony, and the fun number had come down, from 72, it had come all the way down to, I believe it was 52. It had dropped quite a bit, as well as the GFR ratio had gone up. I think when I got there, my GFR ratio was around 1920. And since then, it has come up. It's 2930 as of last week. My fun number is down to 32, which is wonderful news. And PSA, PSA, gone from 215. I can't remember all the steps in between. I've been getting it every 2 weeks. But last Thursday, I had it taken. Got the results yesterday. It's down from, again, 422 at the highest. It's down to 2.3. And it's almost knocking 70%. It's almost knocking in half every time. The last 2 weeks before that, it was at 3.1, and before that, it was 4.7. So, and after taking the BX, my first initial reaction was one of a lot of energy. I have to say that the BX to me was an answer to prayer, both with myself and my wife. We fully trusted Dr. Tony, and I think that's an important item. When somebody's trying to make a decision, you've got to come to a place of trust. We trusted him implicitly after meeting him and seeing the facilities and stuff, and also hearing of his results. And then when the BX came along and he explained the results that you had gotten over the past 18 years and the numbers, the percentages, I thought, wow. And I'm looking forward to realizing that I was 4 percentage points away from being in a coma, which that one doctor said. He said, most people at 4% are in a coma. I said, oh, really? He said, you're only 4 points away from being dead at 4%. I said, oh, really? But when I left Hope for Cancer this last time, after that DX, I had the tumors were gone in the upper part of the body. The lower ones had shrunk 50%. Both my legs were back on. And since then, as we've been tracking the numbers week after week, it has given me a life beyond cancer hope. And I'm actually hoping I can even get back to playing tennis at some point. And I'm a very active guy, and looking forward to spending many, many more years alive with my family.
Ain't nothing better than watching you smile. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ain't nothing better than watching you laugh out loud.